I'm going to start off with the big news about Leonard Fournette signing with the Bucks. General reactions. I mean, I'm happy that he signed with somewhere because I have him in fantasy, but I don't know if Bucks was the right call.
I don't understand the move just because they have such a crowded backfield as it is.
Yeah.
I was more expecting him to go somewhere he would have been maybe not the primary back, but at least like a second option on the field. But in Tampa Bay, I'm not really sure how much use he's really going to get.
Yeah.
That's the thing. We had the same conversation last week where there's about 3 or 4 teams I can think of that desperately need a solid running back. And he went to Tampa, which is hilarious. Yeah. By the way, if they don't at least go to the Super Bowl, I don't know what the hell Tampa Bay's doing. Because they have the most stacked team in the league right now, bar none. Like, they have no excuse. And that puts a lot of pressure, though, on Tommy to think about it. He's had the best team basically he's ever had behind him. If you want, maybe not talk defensively, but even though it's still strong
offensively, the best team.
It makes me think of like that dream team, Eagles team a couple years ago, the Rams who were loaded and they just couldn't get the job done.
Yeah,
that's the thing is can they get it done?
And I just don't. I mean, we'll talk about it as the season goes on, but I just don't know about that. I'm not as sold on the Bucks as other people are, and I'm a big Tom and Gronk guy, but I'm not sold on him. As far as a Fournette signing to like. Talk about that. I mean, I'm all for if you're the GM, find as many good players and sign them. Like, get as many good players in your locker room as you can. But from Fournette's perspective, I don't understand it. I think it's ring chasing, which is can't fault him. He wants to win a ring, whatever. I'll never fault a player for trying to win a ring because I think that's the most like I would if I was playing, I'd want to go somewhere that I now have a chance to win.
I don't think he'll have that much impact.
He's not going to have a huge impact.
No. What was his contract?
1 year?
1 year.
How much?
Let's find out.
Like a couple million.
Yeah, I don't think it was anything huge.
It wasn't for a lot, and it's probably more incentive-based.
Yeah.
It'll be another one of those 1 year prove-it deals.
Struggling over here.
Yeah.
You think it was almost a pickup so other people wouldn't get him?
That could be
honestly very probable.
Yeah.
Ooh.
No, don't look at that.
It wasn't for a lot of money because a lot of teams weren't offering big for him. Which is kind of surprising.
$2 million.
Yeah. A couple million. Yeah.
Which to us that'd be awesome.
I mean, Josh McCown's getting paid what?
A couple $1,000
to sit at home and be the emergency quarterback for the Eagles.
Each week he's a practice squad quarterback. So I like the moves from the Bucs perspective. I don't really like it from Fournette's perspective. Looking at shifting gears to the other big signing of who I've had my eyes on for the Patriots. He didn't sign with the Patriots. He ended up going with the Titans. What do we think about that signing of the defensive monster going down to Tennessee?
That's going to be a good defense, man. That team's pretty much loaded at every position but quarterback because I don't believe in Ryan Tannehill.
Yeah.
I think between Henry, their wideouts, their defense, I feel like that's a team that should have gone all in on Tom Brady because if you tell me Tom Brady's the Titans quarterback, that team is loaded.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And now adding Clowney just makes it even more over the top. But that being said, they're not making it out of the AFC.
The thing is, they have so much potential, but they're not going to get. I forget who was the running back's name from last year.
Henry?
Derrick Henry. He's not going to get the same kind of production that he did postseason last year. They're not going to let him.
Yeah.
Other teams aren't going to let him. They're going to target him. So that's what saved him was Derrick Henry, and you can't, as much as even it happened with Lamar, you can't rely on one player to make or break your playoff like that. So they're going to do well. They're going to be over 500. I think we know that. But
playoff team.
Yeah.
I'd say that. Yeah.
They'll barely make it to the playoffs, and
I'd be surprised if they make it past the divisional round.
Yeah, I mean, they were in. Don't forget, they were in the AFC Championship game last year.
Yeah, and they were going punch for punch with the Chiefs, and then they just laid over.
Right, and I mean, you got to understand that you have Ryan Tannehill versus Patrick Mahomes starting.
That's what I mean. If you had Tom Brady over Ryan Tannehill, then you win that game.
Right, but now adding Clowney in the mix, who's going to have nice pass rushing ability to get on to a Patrick Mahomes, maybe he doesn't make that extra throw. I like the Clowney. It's a little. He has a great relationship with Mike Vrabel because Mike Vrabel was his coach back in. With the Texans.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point.
So I think that familiarity between the two is a big like help you get into the system because I think Mike Vrabel's when you're around him,
he already knows how to work with the guy,
right? And he was young when he went in there. Like I think I could be wrong on this. Don't quote me, but I think he was with Mike Vrabel. I think Mike Vrabel was with him his like rookie year or second year in the league.
I think because didn't he start in Houston as the linebackers coach?
Yeah. So, like, that's what I'm saying. He was, worked with Clowney, even though he's a defensive end. He worked with Clowney. He has a good relationship when he was young, fresh in the league, after he was battling injury, because I think Clowney came in and was injured his first year. So, that's what I'm saying. His first playing year, he was definitely with him, because Vrabel was with the Hard Knocks Texans team, and Clowney, that was Clowney's first year back. So, I like that signing. I think it's a great signing for the Tennessee Titans. It gets you another year. Maybe you get him for a long term after this year, but I don't hate it. I wish the Patriots got him, but
Clowney's first year was with Vrabel.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So I thought so. I think it makes sense. Like that makes an impact when you're a rookie coming in and you have like a young, just finished playing coach, especially a guy like Mike Vrabel. I think that was like a slam dunk signing for them.
If the Patriots got him defensively, that would
have
changed everything.
You thought they were good last year.
They were going to be a Super Bowl contender. I dare say it with Cam Newton, Clowney on there. I think
especially with half of our defense gone, if you add that guy,
right?
Wow.
Oh yeah.
I think they're a Super Bowl contender. But I like that trade. I like that signing more than the Fournette signing.